Show you how to get these bad boys to be top hitters in the arsenal. I'll show you how to zero gap. I'll show you how to sharpen them with the sharpening stone. And yeah, I'll show you how to do the barber hack method of zero gapping it also, old school way. Let's get rolling.
It's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate. Choppers a throwaway. Hustle the
Alright, so what I'm going to be doing today is showing you how to make these your top hitters. You're going to use the Babyliss Pro kit that it comes with. I'm going to go ahead and use a Phillips screwdriver, my handy dandy spray bottle, splash splash, and I'm going to be using a whetstone. All the links will be in the description below if you need that. Step 1, take the screws out of your Gold FX trimmer. And step 2, once you get all the screws out, you're gonna see another screw on your blade like this. Go ahead and remove that screw. And once you take it off, that little metal piece will become detachable. Take the little screw out, and your blade's gonna look like this now. Now you're gonna notice this little spring. Go ahead and take that out. Keep everything organized because it is super easy to lose. So now that we got these two blades attached, we're gonna go ahead and look at the top because that's what we want to sharpen. The bottom, not really, because that's not what we cut hair with. So go ahead and get your little handy dandy spray bottle, spray down the whetstone, and you do need to use water because you'll mess up the stone and your blade. It kind of acts as a lubricant. So go ahead and just use a back and forth motion like so. You can also use a clockwise motion. Also notice you can also do a counterclockwise and then back and forth across the stone. You can, this is about the angle that I go at, it's about a 15-degree angle. You can play with it from about 10 to 20 degrees just to get the full blade nice and sharp. Again, when you do this, place your stone on a flat surface. This is just for demonstration only, so y'all can visualize how I do it. But place it on a flat surface, that way your stone is flat and your blade is going at a flat motion and it's not shaking back and forth. Because an uneven stone can cause your blade to be uneven. So you want to make sure you pay attention to the structure of that. So now we got that nice and sharp. You can see a little dull spot right there in the middle. So I'm gonna go ahead and rough that out a little bit. Okay. Now once I feel like I got that roughed out, I'm gonna go to the other blade. Same thing with the top. That's what we cut with. Bottom, not too worried about that. Okay. So let's go ahead and spray the whetstone again. That way we have it ready for the next blade. Again, emphasize the top. You can do side to side motion, up and down. Right here, I'm gonna show you the angle. It's about the same angle, 15-degree angle. You can go almost flat. If you can get it as close to flat as you can, that's fine. And it's even fine if you go flat too. Just don't apply the pressure towards the back of the blade. Do it towards the front of the blade where you cut the hair with. So you can do the up and down motions. I usually typically do it for about 60 seconds, and that usually leaves the blades pretty sharp. Go ahead and loosen those screws, and that's going to allow you to adjust the blade whenever you connect it. It fits like a puzzle piece. So you lay it in there, and you can scoot it up and down once you loosen those screws. So then you want to add on that red piece that comes with the clippers, the Babyliss Pro Zero Gap kit, and it should zero gap it perfectly. So now what you can do is you can do the old school method, which is placing it on a flat surface. You can use a stone, a mirror, a drawer, anything flat. You want to go at a 90-degree angle, place it flat, and push both of those blades even and tilt it slightly inside. Once you do that, you can go ahead and tighten the screws up and you get you a perfect old school zero gap. And go ahead and check the overlap by moving the blade left to right. So you really want to assess your blade once you feel that you have a zero gap. So just bring it close to you, take a good look, feel the top, move it side to side, and just get an accurate assessment of if that's the perfect zero gap that you want, because it's really up to you. So now that we got that to our liking, we're gonna go ahead and reattach this little spring, and it fits right there, very easy. The next part is what I had trouble with, is, you know, putting it back, because I got, my fingers are not that petite and that piece is pretty little, so you might have trouble putting it on just because it's pretty hard to grab. And just reattach it like so, and then all you got to do left is put your screws back in. And once you got your screws in, all you got left to do is just tighten them up like so. So now that we got them tightened up and zero gap to our liking and sharp, they're gonna hit super hard, like super hard. So you can go ahead and do a little test. Okay, sound test is good. It looks good. Now this method right here is like straight out the box. You pull it straight out the box, and you don't want to sharpen your blade. You just want to zero gap it. Babyliss Pro puts this little kit in there. It's in a little plastic bag, and it comes with the clippers. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna grab your clipper like so, and these two little screws right here are what you're gonna want to loosen. It's the first step, step one. Loosen those screws out. Don't take them out, just loosen them up. Alright, so now we got it kind of loosened up a little bit to our liking. It should be mobile, that front blade. You want to attach that to the back and use your thumb to make sure it's on there properly. Check both sides, make sure it's even, and you can see how that red pushes that front blade, the black part, up, and it should be perfect zero gap every single time. And once you get that, just inspect the top as always, and go ahead and tighten up them screws. You can just check it left to right, right to left. You should see like a small gold line at the top. And just go ahead and tighten it up, and then you're ready to rock and roll. Really, that's it. Super easy, super simple. Sounds good. Test it on your gloves. Your gloves don't rip. Perfect. You got a nice zero gap. So there you have it. That's how I set up my Babyliss Pro Gold FX trimmer. I have the link in the description for the whetstone that I use, where I got my Gold FX trimmer, and anything that you saw in the video is going to be in the description below. Comment, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram and ask me some questions, because I love to help people out, and I love to learn too. So maybe I can learn something from you and you can learn something from me.